The Three Little Pigs.
I like that book.
Do you like that book? You've read it before? Okay. So the title is The Three Little Pigs, and it is by Gavin Bishop. So that means Gavin Bishop is the author, but can a quiet hand tell me who the author is or what the author does? Penny?
The author writes the words.
Writes the words of the story. Good job. And then here we don't have the name of the illustrator, but can a quiet hand tell me what the illustrator does for us? Isabella?
The illustrator draws the picture.
They draw the pictures. Okay, good job. And one more question, a quiet hand. What do those pictures help us with in a book? You got it?
Clues.
It can tell us what's gonna happen, right? We see the picture and we're like, I think that this is gonna happen, right? Okay. So the Three Little Pigs. Actually, let me tell you guys one thing before we start, okay? Do we have our listening ears on?
Yeah.
Okay, so through this story, while I'm reading, I need you guys to pay attention to three things, okay? Three things. Number one, everybody say number one.
Number one.
It's gonna be the characters of the story. Do you know what the characters are? A quiet hand. Catalea?
The piggies.
The piggies? Yeah,
And
the
the
piggies are the characters. So the characters are the people or the animals that come out in the story, right? Yeah. And then the second thing, everybody say number two,
Number two.
is gonna be the setting. So in the setting, we're gonna pay attention. Are they inside a house? Are they outside? That's the setting, right? Where the story is taking place. Okay?
Or like where it's happening.
Yeah, correct. And everybody say number three.
Number three.
Number three is going to be the events or the main events that happen in the story. So what are the most important things that happen in the story, okay? Those are the three things we're gonna pay attention to because then that's what we're gonna work on when we're done, okay? When we're done, we're gonna fill out this chart together and then afterwards, you guys are gonna go to your tables and you're gonna write me 1 or 2 sentences about the information that we have up here.
Or three.
If you can, but I'm just asking you for 1 or 2, okay? And then at the top, you're gonna draw your picture.
Yeah, but
That goes with either the characters, the setting, or the events.
yeah, but remember we're gonna have to go in the table.
And then you're gonna work by yourself. But if you need help, you just say, Miss Mara, I need help, and I help you, okay? Okay.
Miss Mora.
We're speaking English right now. We went, Psst, English. So in English, my name is Miss Mora. Ready? Are we ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
Why do I call you Miss Mora?
Okay. So one day, Miss Pig decided it was time for her son to leave home. So she packed them some lunch and sent them off to seek their fortunes.
Wait, what's fortune? What is your fortune?
So basically, the mom of the piggy said, my sons have been living with me for too long. It's time for you to go out into the world and see what you can do for yourself.
Wait, what's wrong?
Yeah, that means they were already older and they were still living there. So she said, you gotta go be an adult. You gotta do what you gotta do. Ready? The first little pig met a man carrying a bundle of straw. This is straw. Straw is like, you know, whenever there's like fields of corn, kind of like that. That's what straw
I
is.
see that in the pumpkin patch.
You got it?
Horses sometimes eat straw.
Yeah, that's true.
And what?
That's what you got it said. Say,
wolf,
I agree. Say, if we speak, we raise our hands. Lorenzo?
There's a wolf. What's a character?
You see that over here? Okay, let's read and see what happens. Please, may I have some straw to build a house? Asked the little pig. The man gave him some straw, and the little pig built himself a fine straw house. Here it is. Before long, a wolf came by and knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Why?
Do you think that the wolf wants to come in to be nice to the pig?
No.
No, probably not.
And he's not coming to his house.
Yeah, he says, let me in. Ready?
I wouldn't.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down and ate up the little pig. Oh. Oh.
No, he didn't.
That's what it says in the story. That's what it says. So do you think right, quiet hand. I need a quiet hand. Ready? I'm going to ask you guys a question. So do you guys think that the straw house was a very strong house? Fernando? No. Why do you think? Say, I don't think it was strong because?
I don't think it was wrong because it's not strong.
Yeah, it was really easy for the wolf to just go and it went down, huh? So it was not very strong. Raise your hand if you want to talk, Penny.
What is not very strong?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's keep going and see what happens.
Why is he not very strong?
We're gonna continue. The second little pig met a man carrying a bundle of sticks. Please, may I have some sticks to build a house? Asked the little pig. The man gave him some sticks and the little pig built himself a fine stick house. Do you think the stick house is gonna be a lot more strong than the straw house? Yeah. Let's see.
A little bit.
It wasn't long before the wolf knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Then, quietly. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. And at last, he blew the house down and ate up the little pig.
What? It's saying the same stuff.
So straw wasn't very strong either, was it? I mean, sorry, sticks were not very strong either, were they? Mm-mm.
I think the bricks are gonna be.
So far, we have had two little pigs, right? Two different little pigs and one wolf. And the mommy pig, right? The one that said, get out my house. And the different settings have been the straw house, the stick house, and maybe outside because the wolf's standing outside, right?
No, that was like you put the so like that the wolf.
Mm-hmm. And then for the main event, what important do you think has happened? Quiet hand. You got it?
He eats the pig.
Yeah. So maybe we could say one important event was that he blew down the straw house and ate the pig. And another important event was that he blew down the stick house and ate the pig. Let's see what happens next.
The bricks.
We gotta be quiet so I can continue. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. Please, may I have some bricks to build a house? Asked the little pig. The man gave him some bricks, and the little pig built himself a fine brick house. Soon, the wolf came by. He knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. Well, he huffed and puffed, and then he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not blow the house down. When he found that he couldn't blow the house down, the wolf said, when I'm reading, you're not talking. When he found that he couldn't blow the house down, the wolf said, little pig, I know where there's a field of the biggest turnips you've ever seen. So turnips are like a food that pigs like to eat. So although he can't blow down the brick house, he says, he's trying to trick him and he says, hey, I have your favorite food over here, come out. Do you think he's calling him to do something nice?
No.
Do you think he's saying, Piggy, come here, let me give you a hug? No, he's going, right?
He's not gonna fall for it.
Where? Asked the little pig. So the little pig isn't really believing it, is he? Why, in Miss Smith's field, said the wolf. If you are ready tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, I will call for you and we can go together.
No.
Very well, said the little pig. I'll be ready. Oh. Do you think the little pig is gonna go with the wolf?
No. Yes.
You think he's gonna go?
No. Yes.
Okay. Raise your hand if you think he is gonna go. Now raise your hand if you think he's not gonna go. Okay. Let's see.
What do you think?
I think he's too smart for the wolf. I don't think he's gonna go. Same. Next morning, the little pig set off for Miss Smith's field at 5 o'clock and gathered a whole basket of turnips. So he did go, but did he go with the wolf? Because if we go back, the wolf had said, if you are ready tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, we can go together. But the piggy was smart and he went to check Miss Smith's field at 5 o'clock. So he left an hour before the wolf was gonna go, so he could see with his own eyes if there was gonna be the food he likes, right? The wolf arrived at 6 o'clock and called, Little pig, are you ready? Ready, the little pig replied. I've already been there and back again, and I have a nice pot full of turnips for my dinner. Oh, do you think that might make the wolf mad?
Yes.
Because he was smarter than him?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wait, no, he's not smart.
He's not smart?
No.
He's smart because he went to go get his food before the wolf went, so the wolf wouldn't see him and eat him up. So that's being smart. Let's see. The wolf was very angry, but still thought he could trick the little pig somehow. Little pig, he said, I know where there is an apple tree that grows the reddest, sweetest apples you've ever tasted. Where? Asked the little pig. Down at Mary Garden, replied the wolf. I will call for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning and we can go together. So at what time do you think the pig is gonna go? Quiet hand. Gabi?
At 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock.
Same.
Yeah, does anybody else agree?
Yeah.
Since last time he went an hour before, we think he's gonna do the same thing, huh? Ready? Next morning, the little pig woke up at 4 o'clock and set off for the apple tree, hoping to get back before the wolf arrived. So we were right. He went at 4 o'clock. However, because he had farther to go this time, and because he had to climb the tree, he was just coming down from it when he saw the wolf approaching. Oh no. We see the wolf and he's still up on the tree. Oh no. Does anybody know what's gonna happen maybe? A quiet hand? You have to say, I think that.
I think that he's gonna run away.
You think he's gonna run away on time, Julian?
No. I think he's gonna give him a num.
You think he's gonna. Ready? We're gonna keep going. Ready? So you're already here, little pig. Are they yummy? Are they nice apples? Said the wolf. Yes, delicious, said the little pig. Here, try one. And with that, he threw an apple as hard as he could so that the wolf had to run after it. The little pig quickly jumped down and ran home. Oh, who was right?
And I agree with him.
So, do you understand what he did? It's kind of like when we play fetch with dogs, how you throw the toy far and they go run and get it. That's what he did with the wolf. He grabbed an apple and he said, oh yes, they're so delicious. Here, try it. He threw it super far so the wolf would go get it and he would escape. Is that smart? Yeah.
But instead of going the same way as the wolf, he would go
The other way? That's smart. The next day, quiet. The next day, the wolf came to visit again. Little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Shall we go? Oh, yes, said the little pig. What time will you call? At 3 o'clock, said the wolf. So you know what a fair is, like the Newman fair that they do with the rides? That's what he's telling him, let's go. And he said at 3 o'clock because remember for the apples, he went at 3 o'clock. So what time do you think he's going to go to the fair?
5 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Good job. Ready?
And 1 o'clock.
Quiet. As usual, the little pig set off well ahead of time.
2 o'clock.
At the fair, he bought a butter churn and was carrying it home. That's like a machine. It's a wooden machine that you put milk in and you keep turning it, and it turns into butter.
A butter?
Mm-hmm. When he saw the wolf in the distance, quickly he climbed into the churn, so the wooden container where you put the milk, but the churn toppled over and rolled down the hill with the little pig inside. The wolf was so frightened that he ran all the way home.
He went all the way home?
So who was frightened? The wolf. Later, he went to the little pig's house and told him how he had been attacked by a huge round thing that came rolling down the hill at him. The little pig laughed and laughed. Ha 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 ha. That was me who frightened you, said the little pig. And he told the wolf what had happened. So the wolf was scared because he was just standing there when this huge wooden thing that we saw over here started just rolling at him fast. So he said, no, it's gonna squish me. And he went running all the way home. And then he went to the piggy's house and said, Piggy, there was a wooden turn that was gonna smash me. I was scared. And Piggy says, ha ha ha, that was me. I scared you. Ready? The wolf was now extremely angry and told the little pig that he was going to climb down the chimney and eat him up. And that the little pig quickly put a big pot of water on the fire to boil. As the wolf came down the chimney, the little pig took off the lid and in fell the wolf. In an instant, the little pig put the lid back on the pot. So he grabbed a pot of water and he put it to boil and he put it right in the chimney. So when the wolf came in through the chimney, he fell right in the pot and then the pig put the lid on it. So he's trapped in the hot water.
He's trapped in the hot water?
Yeah. That was the end of the wolf and the little pig lived happily ever after. So do we see the pig's belly? Was it that big before? Mm-hmm. So what do we think happened? Quiet hand. Isabella?
He ate the wolf.
He ate the wolf? Do you have something different? Or do you think that's what happened? You think he ate the wolf? Say, I agree.
Yeah, instead of the wolf eating the pig ate the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe he deserved it because he ate the other two piggies and he wouldn't leave them alone, right? Or is that very nice? No.
We wanted to eat
Okay.
him.
Are we ready to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have this chart. It says characters, settings, and events. Okay. So for the characters, I'm gonna write. Let me stand over here. Can everybody see it?
Yeah.
For one of the characters, I'm gonna write the wolf.
The wolf.
Mm-hmm. The wolf.
And the pig.
The wolf. And then for the setting, I'm gonna write the straw house. The straw house. The straw house. That's one of the settings, right? That was the first house that the first pig built. And then for the events, quietly. We're listening. Julian, we're listening. For the events, there's a lot of things that happened in the story, wasn't there? Yeah. But I'm gonna say for one of the events, I'm gonna say the wolf blew down
The steakhouse.
the straw
House.
house. Good job. Okay? So do you guys understand what characters, setting, and events are?
Yeah.
Okay, so then can a quiet hand tell me what another character in the story was?
The wolf.
Quiet hand. Jax?
The three little pigs.
The three little pigs. Good job.
Does it always
The-
say wolf?
Three
Yeah.
little.
It says
pigs.
wolf.
Okay. Can another quiet hand tell me, were there any more characters?
No.
Alexander?
The three little pigs' moms.
The three little pigs' mom? I agree, she was in the story, but do you think she was an important character? Not really, because she just came out in one page, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but good job. She was a character, you're right. So moving on to the setting. Can a quiet hand tell me what was another setting in the story? Yummy? We had a straw house. What was the second house that the pig built? But for the setting, remember they built 3 different houses. One was made out of straw, one was made out of sticks. Good job. Thank you for helping her.
I was gonna say wood.
The stick house, we don't shout out, we raise our hand. And can anybody tell me what the third setting was? Fernando?
Outside.
Outside, okay. Outside was a good one. They did a lot of stuff outside, didn't they?
Yeah.
And can somebody tell me what the last house was? Tommy?
Bricks.
The break house. Good job.
I was
The
about to say that.
break.
You
You can say, I agree with you, Gummy. Okay, so for the characters, we have the wolf and the 3 little pigs. Right, Jackson?
Yeah.
And then for the setting, we have the straw house, the stick house, outside, and the brick house.
Wait, on the little
Quiet hand.
the
The quiet hand.
the
Lionel.
little pig in the brick house, he ate it.
Okay, so for the events, we have the wolf blew down the straw house. Maybe we can just make it all one event and say the wolf blew down the houses,
Yeah.
right? So then we're gonna take that off and put the houses. And then what's another thing that happened? Sorry, Isabella?
The pig ate
The wolf. Okay. The pig ate the
wolf.
wolf. Okay, do you guys think we have a lot of information here?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys think that we can write 1 to 2 sentences with the information that's on here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys, before you guys go to your seats, when you guys go to your seats, I'm gonna give you guys a paper. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? The next sit down right, please. Quietly. Quietly. Okay. So the paper looks like this, okay? So you're gonna write me 1 to 2 sentences with the information we have up here. So you're gonna write your sentences here, okay? Remember, we start with the capital letter. We have spaces between our words, and we have a period at the end, okay? And then, when you're all done, you're going to draw me a picture, a beautiful picture, okay? So, for sentences, maybe we can write, let's see. Quietly. Here's a marker. Maybe we can write, quietly, Angel. Leave him alone, please. For the sentences, maybe we can write, there was a, And then you can fill in the blank with whichever character you want. You could say there was a wolf, there was a pig, and you fill it in right there. Okay? And the story. Okay? Period.
Door.
What's another thing that we could write? Maybe we can write in the story.
And the story.
The wolf in the story.
The wolf.
And then you can fill in whatever you want and put a period. So you can put, are we listening?
Yeah.
We can write, in the story, the wolf blew down the houses. Or, in the story, the pig ate the wolf. Okay? Or, in the story, there was a straw house. Okay? Do we understand? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Okay. So, green table, go to your seats.
You're not green.
If you're not green table, sit down.
You're not green. Sit down.
Okay, pink table, go sit down. Blue table, go sit down. And yellow table, go sit down. Okay. I'm going to be handing out, everybody should be sitting down already. I called all the tables. I'm going to be giving you guys your papers, and when you're all done, you're going to come back here and put it in this basket when you're done. Okay? And then if you're done and you put your paper in the basket, you can play with your Play-Doh. Okay? Wait, we're not singing. Thank you. We're not singing. Thank you. Class. Did I already say 3 times we're not singing? So why am I still hearing it? You guys should be quiet. We're going to be working. You don't need to be talking or singing. Write your name and the date before you start your sentences.
You can make scissors and
I shouldn't be hearing you guys talking.
I made scissors stand up.
Gabriel, I shouldn't be hearing you talking. Write your name and your date, Lennox. Gabriel, we're not doing that. Gabriel, we're not doing that. All you need is your pencil right now. Okay, I shouldn't be hearing any noise unless it's your paper and your pencil. Remember, you could use both of these sentences to get started, okay? In the story, whatever you want to write. In the story, the wolf blew down the houses. In the story, the pig ate the wolf. Or you could write, in the story, the wolf ate the pigs. Remember? You did that.
Can I write the person?
Yeah, you can do that. You could put, there was a wolf in the story. Like right here. There was a wolf in the story.
Can I make a wolf in the story?
Hmm?
Can I make a wolf in the story?
You want to write that there was a wolf in the story? Okay. So then you're going to write how the first sentence looks. We're going to write, well, first write your name.
And the date is 7 to 25. 25.
I'll bring it closer so you guys can all see it, okay?
Okay. Never say global.
Can you all y'all see it now?
Yup. That's really close. Now I can see it.
Okay.
Down.
Again, I should not be hearing all this talking. Quietly. What flew down the houses? Right? So we can write in the story, like the one in the bottom. In the story. Look. In the story.
What Trump says does.
Okay, let me make it easier for you guys. And we're just all gonna write kind of the same thing, okay? That's okay, you can keep going. In space the story. And then you keep writing, and then you put your period.
The first letter says da.
The first letter says I, N, in.
Wait, what says
That's the first word.
done?
Done?
No, done.
Hey, I can't hear Lorenzo's question if everyone's talking. It says in the
Duh.
story.
I'm trying to like duh.
The, right here. The pig ate the wolf. Good job. Now draw me your picture.